Well, the Vegas Golden Knights won the Stanley Cup. Of course, we lost in the second round to the Tampa Bay Lightning, who at least did not go back-to-back. But for the old Pete's, actually, they nearly did. They lost in 7 to Tampa. So Tampa nearly went back-to-back again, which is nuts. Absolutely nuts. Dusty, Paulie, what's going on? Oh, goodness. And this team, of course, is likely closing in at the end of their run. Because we are getting no new players. Not much has changed about that Vegas team aside from Brady Tkachuk. Hayden Hill's still there. But yeah, like the issue that we're going to be having is we just aren't getting any new players, so we're going to age out this core and then be dead in the water. Austin Matthews won the Art Ross and the Hart Trophy. Morgan Riley won the Norris. Calder to Maddox Schultz. Conn Smythe to Noah Hannafin. Spencer Knight wins the Vezina. Jack Adams to Mishannon. Nico Hischier the Selke. Matthews the Lindsay and the Rocket Richard. AHL Vilmanish. Top point getter. Juuso Parssinen MVP. Galina. Top goal scorer. Was it Schaefer, Gordon Carroll, or whatever the hell? Top rookie. Erik Gustafsson, top defenseman. Alex Lyon, top goalie. And Sam Colangelo, MVP of the Calder Cup winning Bridgeport Islander. A reminder, there is absolutely nothing for us to do in this draft. We got nothing. We got a dude projected 94th. That's it. Sidney Crosby retires. Yeah, right, big boy of the roar. Sidney Crosby retires. And in terms of our retirements, we lose Zach Bogosian and Per Lindholm. Oof. And Cal Peterson at 34. Case in point. Not ideal. Giroux, Yossi, O'Reilly become coaches. At least we'll have a sick AHL coaching staff. But yeah, this draft is just going to be nothing for us. All right, so we do trade up to the 87th overall pick. That will allow us to get the Italian John Pietrangelo. Now, most people are going to be like, but it's Alex Pietrangelo. Do your homework, child. Do your homework, because before Alex Pietrangelo, there was another Pietrangelo, Frank Pietrangelo, and that is how he pronounced it. Stanley Cup champion with the Penguins. Played for the Hartford Whalers, so you put some respect on Frank Pietrangelo and his Italian son, John, who's a medium 9. And the only other dudes for us to draft, Petrov at 124, which is kind of a, fuck it. Just whatever. Just get me out of this draft. It doesn't even matter. We got nobody. We got nothing. There's nothing. Nobody's generating for us to draft. Oh my God. Again, all we have is this current core until some of them age out and then it's done. It's done. So, I mean, like Mrazek's 37. He's probably not even going to be the backup this year. Rimpinen should probably take him over. Again, we lost Cal Peterson, so it's like we got 4 goalies. Defensively, we got some dudes to hold on to. But not a ton. Including Ryan Merkley. Tyler Stokes, we can't even sign yet. Let's keep Hauser. Let's keep Pedersen. Honestly, like Akil Thomas might end up playing defense for us next year. Like I said, I am going to have to play the world's first 4-year plan. Yeah. I'm going to have to play forwards on defense next season. There's no choice. We just do not have the defense to be able to truly compete, especially once we get into those playoff simulations. We just get obliterated. We get absolutely obliterated because we don't actually have any defense. Oh, let's see. McGregor, who we did draft a couple years ago, he gets his ELC. Then there's a different Peter Angelo? We got 2 Peter Angelos. This one was playing for Shawinigan. I forgot about that. And then Dominic Petter and Di Conzolo. God, the Italians are taking over. Gabagoo to glory. Get the gabagoo. The gabaglory. All right. Well, in terms of contracts, there's going to be no free agents available. We literally have everybody that we can get, so we might as well. This is the team. See you in the preseason. This is the team. I think we have our game plan for whatever the hell we're going to be this season, for better or worse. This might be our last hurrah because, again, and here, let's take a look at the upcoming draft class. Like, we haven't gotten anybody new. Aside from that one dude in Jorgen Pettersson. Who is the first player to show up in this upcoming draft class from the Peterborough Petes? Oh my god, dude. Yeah, there's nobody. This game hates the Peterborough Petes. Dude, like, the team we have is the team we have, and that's it. Top player from the Peterborough Petes. There just isn't one. They're down in the 300s somewhere. Is there anybody that qualifies? Spencer Weber boy. Is there, there's nobody. There's nobody. I hate this so much. I hate this particular challenge so much. Pedro, dude, I've seen more Pedros than Petes. God, this game's trying to push me towards being a fucking Republican. What the hell? There's nothing. Petrovicki doesn't count. Come on. And even if it does, like, at best, where the hell was this guy? Pedro's the Spanish version of Peter. That's basically where we're at. Where the fuck even was Pedro? Bradley Petrovic. I mean, he's a defenseman projected 45th. There's nobody. Like, there's just no major players we're getting. So let's talk about what the team is this year, and it might be our last hurrah, right? So, we got to go best lines. Let me make sure everyone was sent down, and they were. So top line is, again, McTavish, Elias Pettersson, and Owen Tippett. Second line is Nick Lardis with Jorgen Pettersson and Nick Robertson. A third line of Matthias Emilio Pettersson, Dylan Peterson, and JJ Peterka. And we actually do need to call somebody up really quickly so I can do what I need to do. Crashy, I'm very proud of you. And I'm sad I wasn't there. Let me just call up, like, Ryan Merkley for the moment, because why not? We ruined his career accidentally. I mean, he ruined it, really. He's terrible. But, so Barrett Hayton is going to be our forward-playing defense out of pure necessity. The fourth line is going to be Steven Lawrence. And we will take Lucas Pettersson off of defense for Barrett Hayton. And in the offense, it'll be Lucas Pettersson playing fourth line center. So Lawrence, Pettersson, and Hauser. Forward core, not bad. We'll see what the chemistry ends up being. I got to check how the coach lines up. Defensively will be Dunn and Hayton. We will have Pettersson and Pettersson, Guriev, and Chisholm. So, like, yes, we have Barrett Hayton well out of position. But what are you going to do? And actually, we can get him on a -2 if we play him with Marcus Pettersson. So maybe we'll do that instead. Yeah, maybe we'll do that instead. That works a little bit better. And goaltenders, of course, are still Kochetkov and Mrazek. I want to see what coach we have that might be the best fit for this team. And we actually do have some coaching vacancies, which isn't great. See if we can bring in Wallin to sign him. It doesn't even matter. Oh, it doesn't even matter. Just max out that deal. This guy's fucking terrible. Everything about this team except the offense is terrible. So Jeff Blashill was our coach last year. He is a 58% scheme fit. What's Cooper rocking here? 54. What about Sturm? 52. McClellan, 58. And Jim Montgomery. Well, Jeff Blashill is still going to be our head coach. With Koopa. And probably Marco Sturm on the bench. We'll have McClellan and Montgomery in the AHL for now. We don't even have to fix the scouts because who cares? So let's establish what the power play will be for this year. That top unit will be McTavish, Pedersen, Tippett. God, do we even want to worry about getting Peterka out there? I don't even know. I think we'll take out Lardis for Vince Dunn. Actually, we'll take him out for Barrett Hayton. Screw it. Let's get Barrett Hayton some top-line power play time. And we will also throw J.J. Peterka out there just to try to keep him happy. So, that's the power play unit. For better or worse. It's a pretty good unit. Elias is distributor. Tippett finishes things off. McTavish can be the puck carrier. Good. And that second power play unit is going to be Robertson. We need Jorgen in here. We need Nick Lardis in here. And then Vince Dunn and also Matthias Emilio Pedersen. Or Mathis Emilio Pedersen, whatever it might be. Just because he is a very good playmaker. And that's it. That's the team. So Jorgen can be the distributor and get the puck to Nick Lardis. That's pretty much all we got. Definitely don't want Vince Dunn at center. That's all we have. Like, that's it. That's all we have. We can send Merkley back down to the AHL. You know, again, like, we have, like, one or two dudes that haven't made the NHL yet, but, like, that's about it. It hasn't given us anybody. I mean, this team is a glass cannon. But yeah, AHL, we have Novotny and McGregor down there, and that's pretty much it. And that's because they were already established Pete's. Defense, there's nothing. There's Riley Stillman. There's nobody there with any sort of potential. We haven't seen a single goalie so far.
I'm just trying to walk through this fucking grass.
This is a nightmare. And thank you for the follow. Welcome to the nightmare. God, this team sucks. Or do we? Who knows? Maybe we'll be good. Just because I know people are always intrigued. In terms of the ratings for this team, 93 offense, 86 defense, 81 goaltending. The power of Barrett Hayton on defense. Well, it's the day before the trade deadline that we can't do anything at because there's no moves we can make. We are in a 4-horse race. Panthers on 87 points, Habs and Leafs both on 86 points alongside ourselves on 42 wins. So, we're in the mix, damn it. We are in the mix. Please, God, let us make the playoffs and win the Stanley Cup this year, please. That way Jayke can be told to piss off, be happy, because we did your thing and we somehow won. And then I don't have to do another season of this. Because I really, really don't want to. As someone who enjoys the team building aspect of these game modes, there's no team building from here. The team is the team. Some players will get better. Some players will get worse. But the names will stay the same. We're kind of like the WWE's mid-card. How are certain people still there 10 plus years later? Don't know, but they are, and guess what? They ain't going anywhere, so here we are. This will just prove my idea that this is working, and you'll have to admit that. Will I, though? I don't have to admit anything. I don't have to admit anything. Nothing. If OJ didn't have to admit that he killed 2 people, then why do I have to admit that you were right? We have made the playoffs again at the very least. We'll see if Tampa knocks us out for the 3rd year in a row. What if you win the cup? I tell Jake congratulations, and then I delete the save file. We run far, far away as we have 50 wins again. 52 wins. Make that 53 wins. And we are a wild card team, and it looks like we're heading to the Metro side of the brackets. Elias Pettersson led this team on 140 points. Owen Tippett scored 92 goals. And Mason McTavish had 85 assists and 104 points. Nick Lardis scored 56 goals. Nick Robertson on 23. Peterka only had 13. Oh, my God. Barrett Hayton had 25 points and was a -10 on defense. He's not mad at me, though, so that's good. So shout out to that top line. The Tippett-Pettersson combination is unbelievable. Defensively, 98 points for Vince Dunn. 33 for Elias Pettersson, 26 for Declan Chisholm. Fair enough. And in goal, a 901 for Kochetkov and 898 for Petr Mrazek. We did not have a single shutout all season long. Can you believe it? Yes, you should. Elias Pettersson led the NHL in scoring. Owen Tippett was second. Eat your heart out, Vancouver. That's how you treat Elias Pettersson properly. And Owen Tippett's going to win the Rocket Richard. Cole Caulfield had 72 goals. Owen Tippett had 92. Shout out to T. Jaginla, who had 62. Damn. Defensively, 101 points for Cale Makar. Vince Dunn might actually still win the Norris because the plus-minus is absurdly good. Winning us goaltender, Spencer Knight. Shutout leader, Spencer Knight. Save percentage king, Jesper Wallstedt. Anything over a 9-10 was outstanding. And for the rookies, Brock Ingerland, maybe Wilson Boumedienne, or perhaps Louis Carlson. Time will tell. And then Jackie Ivankovic was up there, Mr. Ivankovic. All right, well, 3rd straight year of making the playoffs. And from the looks of it, it's going to be Philadelphia. It's going to be the dupe. And it is indeed the 40. Dude, Philadelphia won their division on 45 wins. We had 53 and we were a wild card team. The Atlantic can die in a fire. Top offense in the league, top power play. Our goals against average was only 13th as opposed to, 30th or lower. So that's an improvement. What does Philly look like in the year of our Lord 2030? Travis Konechny, Trevor Zegras, and Matvey Michkov. Porter Martone, Noah Cates, and Tyson Foster. Sonny Milano, Christian Dvorak, and Phil Tomasino. Jet Luchanko, Sean Couturier, and Marcus Nordmark. The defense is Cam York and Travis Sanheim. Oliver Bonk and Matthias Samuelsson. Jaden Struble and Jordan Spence, with goaltender Yegor Zavragin and Carson Barneson. Jamie Drysdale, healthy scratch. Poor guy. Why not us, right? Why not us? Because we don't really have a defense. But why not us? Let's see what happens. Let's get to it. It is game number 1 of the opening round. First period, 3-3. Elias Pettersson, Dylan Peterson, and Peter Hauser for your Pete's. Second period, 4-3, Owen Tippett. Third period, it's 5-5. We're going to overtime as J.J. Peterka saves the day with 54 seconds left. In overtime, we're going to double OT. Might as well see what happens. It's double overtime, right? We normally don't win in double overtime. So we might as well see what happens. Why not? Why not? This might be the only time I get to enjoy a win. And we're not even guaranteed to win it. So let's see, damn it. Go Pete's. Win a game, please. Against the dupe. Against the dupe. Here we go. Double overtime. Game 1 of round 1. Owen Tippett. Centering feed. Pettersson passed for some reason. Backhand McTavish. That's kept out. Sanheim held up. Zegras. Strong on the puck. Doesn't seem right. Michkov for Konechny. That's broken up. Here's Tippett. Owen, 92 goals this season. Tippett. Zegras for Michkov. Konechny loses it. Elias Pettersson. Elias. We got a D change here. Tippett has it. To the point. Looking. Pettersson just walks right into a poke-checking man. What a maroon. Billy dumps it in. Marcus Pettersson, I think. Tomasino to York. Maple Leafs legend, I think, Cam York was the year that we had him be insane. Robertson held up. Milano to York. Travis Sanheim for Dvorak. He is stopped. Blocker save. Milano short side. Bouncing puck. We have it. Nick Lardis walks right into the fucking defender. God, the AI is so bad. They're so bad. Nordmark loses the puck. Chisholm held up. Gurliev to Lardis. Peterka for Nick Robertson. Had 2 overtime winners last postseason. Can't hold on to it. Nordmark to York. Jaden Struble turns it over. Chisholm says, here you go, have it right back. Couturier stopped. Chisholm again. Dylan Peterson loses it. But you know, the 18th time they walk straight into a defender, it might work. Lachenko for Nordmark. The defense switched for some reason. No idea why a defenseman was hopping off the ice. Only forwards were supposed to be changing. Philly wins in overtime. Double overtime for that matter. This game is tragic. This game is genuinely tragic. You call an offensive line change. Unless there was a defense. Where the fuck? Oh no, so Vince Dunn was just up here. Nobody tracked that guy. Vince Dunn and Declan Chisholm are the 2 defensemen. Nobody tracked that dude streaking up the ice. I guess they thought, oh, Pettersson has him covered, but he was going for a line change. Just nobody had him covered. Neat. Now, see, the gameplay wouldn't be tragic in that instance if I had the option to bag skate the fuck out of my team for that. But I don't have that option. And that's not fair. And that's not fair. Philly takes game 1. 6-5 in double overtime. Game number 2. First period, 2-1 Pete's, Lardis and Emilio. Second period, now 4-2, Lucas and Nick Robertson. Third period. Six going to overtime. OT1. Pete's win. J.J. Peterka. 7-6 final score. That's the only way we can win. There's no defense. There's no goaltending. Only Zool. And a lot of goals. 1-1 split in Philly to start the series. It's something. It's something. No changes. We jump right to game 3. First period, 3-1 Philly. Owen Tippett scored on the power play. Second period, still 3-1 Philly. Third period, 4-1 Philly. Jaden Struble, empty netter. We were held to 1 goal by Yegor Zavragin. Mrazek came on in relief and stopped 26 of 26. But, you know, we're down 2-1. Kochetkov has an .825 save percentage and a 6 goals against. Neat. What's the top prospect we can draft in this year's draft? Like 200 something? Well, Kochetkov might have to be out then. I don't know. Yeah, let's give Mrazek the chance. Why not? Maybe he can keep us alive. Game 4. First period, 1-0 Pete's Mason McTavish. Second period, 4-2 Philly. Third period, 5-3 Philly. The Flyers have a 3-1 series lead. There's just nothing we can do. The defense can't do anything, and the goaltending in this game is super unreliable. We're not getting anybody in this year's draft. Again, the first Pete that you see is down in the frickin' 300s. So it was at the point when we looked through this last time that chat's like, oh, yeah, do Pete Ravicki, which, no. Like, it'd be something if we were at least getting anybody. But there's nobody. There is absolutely nobody in this draft. Like, it's getting worse as opposed to, like, any signs of improvement, really. Hey, look at this. Like, we're almost out of the top 100. There's nobody. There's nothing. Yet another draft where just no improvements are on the horizon. We have a Pete, but guess what? He's projected 130th and is a forward. There's one. Look at Pete Altschuler. Our savior. Yeah, there you go. We got one. Criminy. An actual Pete, indeed. Well, Chekhov's back in. And from here, there's really not that much to do. There really isn't that much to do. I'm going to swap these two. And we're just going to see what happens. I'm going to put Barrett Hayton on that top pair. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. Let's just see what happens. Why not? Game 5. Game 5. We got one Pete. First period, 1-1. Elias Pettersson, the defenseman. Second period, 2-2. Barrett Hayton. Third period, the Philadelphia Flyers have knocked out the Peterborough Petes. We're just never going to win. We're never going to win. Every game, we got to try to score at least a bare minimum of 5 goals. We're just never going to win. It's just not going to happen. Every single year has basically been the same thing. Like, maybe we beat a team, but we just get ripped apart defensively.
I'm just trying to walk through this
There's
fucking
nothing we can do. Henry, thank you for the follow, by the way. But yeah, there's just nothing we can do. Yeah, Philly averaged 5.2 goals for per game. There's just nothing we can do. It's just, we're cooked. We're absolutely cooked. I don't even know. I'm trying to find like the silver lining of how do we succeed? But when we're barely getting any players, the Rangers end up winning the Stanley Cup. Jake, I see you. I don't see a way through. Like, we tried to improve our defense. Philly ended up losing in 5 games to the Rangers. We tried to improve our defense by playing Barrett Hayton on the blue line. It didn't do anything. We still got ripped apart. Elias Pettersson did win the Art Ross Trophy, as well as the Hart. Vince Dunn did win the Norris. Calder went to Carlson. Lafreniere won the Conn Smythe. Vezina to Wallstead. Jack Adams to fucking Muse, now in Winnipeg. Suzuki wins the Selke. Ted Lindsay to Pettersson. Rocket Richard to Tippett. And then we get to the playoffs, and where'd they go? Oscar Pettersson scored the most points in the AHL. I don't know if that's Owen Martin or not. Top player. He was MVP. Adam Novotny led the league in goals. Caden Price was the top defenseman. Noling was the top goalie. And Fedotov MVP of the playoffs for Tucson. Right. How did Pettersson and Tippett do? Tippett was point per game, goal per game. Petey was still pretty good too. So it's like we're still scoring. We're still scoring. It's just the defensive structure, the goaltending, there's nothing we can do. There's absolutely nothing we can do. From the looks of it, Peter Mrazek probably just retired. Let's at least look. I'm going to probably stop doing all the off-season training and let's just speed run, which will technically hurt us in terms of improvement, but it is what it is. Ovi's gone with 1,100 goals. Defensively, Gostisbehere, Montour, Uyghur. I mean, obviously no one that factors in for us here. And then goalie-wise, Mrazek did retire. And we have not drafted a single goalie. We have not drafted a single goalie this whole time. There hasn't been any eligible to us. Lane Peterson, Petri Limbaum, and Peter Mrazek all retire. John Tavares became a coach. I mean, there's like one forward in the draft that we can take. Unless somebody else pops up. I'm not even going to bother with trading up. We have pick 57. Let's just see if anything changed in the OHL. I don't think it did. Who is the top, Pete? I think I want to at least get to the preseason next year. And if there's nobody there again, we'll sim one more season and just see. But yeah, there's no point at this stage for being like, here, let me really try. Yeah, there's not a single Pete. There is not a single member of the Peterborough Petes projected inside the top 400. Which is insanity. The only guy in the OHL is Pete Altshuler, who, of course, we do have on our board. And he's like the only guy. And then nobody else here, because this was Parker. No, that was Pedro. Yeah, This was pretty much what I expected. This is pretty much what I expected is that, and Jake, you read my mind. I was going to menu sim the playoffs for next year. That was going to be our last hope. Because maybe, just maybe, it'll bail us out a little bit if we do that. As opposed to this, where it's just like, yeah, the slow sim, there's no mercy. The slow sim, it's like, oh, you don't have a defense. GG's, you lose. So yeah, you read my mind on that one. But yeah, I'm not going to bother with all the offseason and preseason stuff. We're just going to go for it. We got one more season here. Cup or bust. 6-year plan, baby. Look at it. Dude, there's nobody else. There is nobody else. Oh, my God. Pat Foy. All right. Well, let's just take that one dude, I guess. Take Pete Altshuler very early as a medium bottom 6 sniper. Then we go to the 4th round, and, well, is there anybody else aside from the guys actually on Peterborough who are tragic? Nothing. We know that was Pat Foy, Posse Letivioli. Oh my goodness. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I figured there'd be at least like some prospects. Oh yeah, right? I mean, especially too like Swedish with like Pettersson, Petterstrom, like anything like that. Still no. Oh, we only have one more pick left this draft anyway. Screw it. Let's just make it then. Where's that shitbird goalie on Peterborough? There he is. Nick Stevenson, baby. He is a medium backup. We finally got a goalie. How do you like that? All right, let's just speed run. Let us speed run. No crazy off-season training or anything like that to try to squeeze any ounce of potential out of this team. They are what they are. Kochetkov obviously has to be re-signed. He's the only guy that could do anything on this team. Rimpinen's not going anywhere. He's going to be the backup this year. Stevenson, we can't even sign yet. Declan Chisholm, we'll sign him. Guryev, sign him up. Cameron is terrible, but we'll go ahead and sign him because there's nobody else to sign. We can bring in Stokes finally. Might as well keep Ryan Merkley around. We absolutely ruined him accidentally. Right wing side, J.J. Peterka. Wants a no-trade clause. You got it, champ. Peter Hauser, we'll sign you too. Left wing side, Steven Lawrence needs a new deal. Peterson as well. Ender, what's up, dude? And then Altshuler is an AHLer for Erie, so we can't sign him yet. Center is Jorgen needs his first deal. That'll be $11.6 million. You got a deal. Lucas Pettersson. Sign him to whatever he wants. Dylan Peterson. It's pretty much the case with all these guys, right? It's just sign them to whatever the hell they want and just make sure the team's cap compliant, which it doesn't look like we're going to have to worry about that. So that's good. Hauser went up to a top 9. He sure did. I mean, he was the low bottom 6 previously, so it's kind of surprising, but we'll take it. There we go. That's the team. That's the team. And we'll see what we can do from a coaching perspective. Scouts, we literally don't have to worry about because there isn't anybody ever, so who cares? Unless this is magically the year that somebody shows up to keep us in this. But again, free agency, there's going to be nobody there that we can actually sign because of this friggin' challenge. You know, Jake has given me the out clause, but as a make good, we're sticking with it, at least for this next year. Nothing says problem solver for a team like this, such as Rick Tocchet. That's the perfect guy to bring in. We'll try to bring old Bruce Cassidy back in. We already got Jim Montgomery. Let's go for all the former Bruins coaches. And Koopa. Just try to sign him to a maxed out deal too. Whoever signs, signs. Whoever doesn't, doesn't. Jake, I'm glad you've had fun. This has been torture. Absolute torture. All right, so the next season, again, no preseason or an off-season. Focus on this. Get your attributes. I don't care. I don't care. We're as good as we're ever going to be. If not, we've already missed the window to be as good as we're ever going to be. So we'll do what we got to do. Let's get to das season and see where we stand. Where, oh where, will we stand in this preseason? Got an AHL goalie signed. Okay, so for roster moves, we do need to set up the team one more time. It could be, and probably will be, exactly what it was last season. Unless we play Riley Stillman instead of Barrett Hayton, which I don't think we will. So in terms of the forwards, goes down to a 79, and then McGregor's now an 82, so he'll definitely get called up. And we'll go through the preseason. Get that preseason training in there. Not like the in-depth change player type stuff, but just like talking to the coach. And season goal for you, Mr. Blashill, make the playoffs. I agree with that. And our preseason training, it could be the physicality. Honestly, any improvement to defensive awareness would probably be pretty nice after what happened. Even if we have to lose a bit to offensive awareness, we get a big stick checking boost on penalty kill. Lose some offensive awareness, but I think we'll be okay. Let's try that defensive boost. Oh, goodness. Okay. So we get to the start of the regular season. We finalize our team. Bam. We just go for it. If we do something, we do something. If we don't, we don't. But we got one last hurrah. Why not? We'll even have a prediction in chat. Do we do the thing? Hashtag cup. Yes. Oop. And the other option will be lol no. There you go. Okay. So what is our team going to be? Our last hurrah for the Pete's of Peterborough. Hurrah for the Peterborough. Close enough. All right. Let's see. It has Peterson, Hauser, and the other Pedersen. That's Emilio, right? Yeah. Honestly, I'm kind of all right with the with like just assigning the top head coach and just being like these lines, but also do I want to break up the top line? Because we know that top line was insane. Let's put some effort into this really quickly. Why not? We'll try to optimize. We'll try to optimize. But we know these guys are the players that we're picking between. I don't even know if we have that many defensive players left. In terms of like play style. How many goals does Owen Tippett have now? 388. It took the last 2 seasons for him to really break through. To like this absurd level. So again, we got McTavish. Power forward, that's fine. Lardis, Robinson. Novotny. We do have McGregor as a 2-way. Peterson's still a power forward. Hauser's back to power forward. Pedersen. Okay. So if we take out Hauser and Dylan Peterson, I'm afraid to get claimed on waivers. All right. So we want Barrett Hayton on defense again. That's for sure. So we'll sub him out for Emilio. That's a terrible idea. Sub him out for Dylan Peterson. Take McGregor out for Barrett Hayton. We'll do Guryev and Chisholm again. Hayton and Dunn. Pedersen. For the forwards, then, we will take Dylan Peterson out for McGregor. That at least gives us a bit of a defensive fourth line. Yeah, Joe, sometimes it gets fucked up. There you go, it's that one. So Pedersen, Novotny, Peterka. I mean, that works. And then obviously we want to reunite that top line who have just torn it up the past couple seasons. Can you check Hayton's takeaway to giveaway ratio on defense? Sure. Hell of a lot of giveaways, not that many takeaways. But again, like, what choice do we have? He did have 96 block shots. Yeah, definitely gives the puck up more as a defenseman. Definitely. Joe, it's a hell of a song. So who's scratched right now? Hauser, Emilio, and Dylan Peterson. But that does leave room for Adam Novotny to play. Plays with Peterka and Pedersen. I think we try it. And in worst case, I don't even know how we'd mix in Hauser. Really, it's Emilio that might be the one that gets mixed in, but we're playing Lucas Pedersen instead, and he's better. So that's the team. It's a hell of a team. Honestly, like, it's very offensively oriented, as it has been. Who is the highest rated coach for this team? Blashill's at a 59. Tocchet is at a 61. God, Rick Tockett's going to be the coach of this team, isn't he? Sturm's at a 50. What about John Cooper? 50. Dude, Rick Tockett's going to be the coach of this team. McClellan at a 58. And Montgomery is at a 50. Yep. Okay. Rick Tocchet is the new head coach of this team. God help me. God help me. Rick Tocchet is the coach of this team. Cody, I mean, there's not going to be, I mean, it's like the A minuses. I mean, just, I'd rather have the grades at that point, you know, than an A or an A plus can provide. So, Tocchet's our dude. So what do the lines look like? Still 2+5s. The third line's a bit rough, but defensively, Hayton is still a -2 with Dunn, but whatever. Is what it is. Is what it is. Let's see what they can do, but before that, the draft. Is there anybody? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I hate it here. I hate it here. Is there anybody in the OHL from Peterborough? There is Steve Parks, a defenseman projected for the first round. I had somebody. Why are there now 2 Pete defensemen projected at the end of the first and the start? Fuck you. Fuck you. You don't give us anything for 5 seasons. And now you're just spilling Pete's all over the floor. I might be dying. I might be. My body cannot handle so many Petes. You're here forever. Another defenseman. He's projected at 196. Jesus. Yes, Meg. Yes, it was. I'm still dying. Holy God. My body couldn't handle the Petes. Muted, what's up, dude? Okay, well. It's a pair, not a par. Pascal. Any other Petes? Now that we know there's actually a couple of dudes in this draft, which is kind of insane, that there's finally some people. We have a posse. Anybody else? Patterson. Pavel Lemon. I asked the guy. He said his name was Cool Lemon. Okay, well, outside of who we had looked at, there's not much else in terms of, like, actual Peterborough Petes. There's nobody named Pete. There's nobody named Pete, though. There's a Petrie, which is close. All season forward, though. Petrie. I'm calling you Petrie. Congratulations. Parker Gordon. Peter Sundin. Okay. Well, there's a couple of dudes in this draft, at least. Shockingly. Including two projected to go, one in the first round, one very close to the first round. Let's see what happens in this season. If there ends up being a reason to be optimistic, then maybe, just maybe, we go through the draft. There's a couple of players at least. And apparently I missed somebody. Who cares? Let's see what happens. Let's be honest, there's not a ton still. Those defensemen are likely, at best, a medium 4. At best, but we'll see. We'll see. We're 7-0. We are 7-0 to start the season. We are 8-0 to start the season. Well, we finally lose our first couple games. Shout out to Rick Tocchet, the GOAT, the absolute GOAT of head coaches. Rick frickin' Tocchet. It's going to be another 50-win season. We are currently atop the division, but we're pretty much neck and neck with Florida. It'll be our first time winning this division. There's the playoff spot secured. For whatever that's worth. Can we do something with it in the playoffs is the question. We are going to menu sim this postseason as well, because we seem to do so much better in the menus than we do on the in-depth sim. So, yeah, we'll be sticking with this approach and hoping for the best. And even if we lose, we'll still check in on those defensemen. 55 wins for the Petes. 55 wins. Hell yeah, brother. Elias Pettersson, only 121 points this year. Mason McTavish had 127. Tippett with 119. 67 goals for him. 57 for Lardis. Nick Robertson. The one time I don't tell him to score 30 goals, he scores 40. Hello, Ghostbuster. How are you? I hope you're well. Oh, this game is just it's a dick twist. At all times, just a dick twist. 20 points for Barrett Hayton on defense this year. That's not bad. So our offense was a bit lower than what it had been in prior seasons. But maybe our defense was a bit better. Our goaltending was still pretty Goaltending was still pretty bad. Austin Matthews decided to tear the league apart again. Tavish was top 4 in points, though. Shout out to T.J. Ginla, absolute beast in this timeline. And Owen Tippett was 4th in goals. So he's now going to be well over 400 in his career. 455. Jesus. Defensively, Quinn Hughes. Wow, he's still in Minnesota. Landon DuPont's up there now for Ottawa, Canada. Goalies, winningest was Kachetkov. Shutout leader was Knight. Save percentage, Murashoff or even Adam Gajan. I'll just check to see what the most ridiculous contracts are in the league right now, because I'm sure they're nuts. Or will I? I don't know. What's Quinn Hughes getting paid? $16 million a season. Worth it. Worth it. All right. All right. We did win our division for once. We will play the Tampa Bay Lightning for the 3rd time in 4 years. Jesus. And old Tampa still look pretty similar. Hagel, Point, Kucherov, Gensel, Sorelli, Bjorkstrand, Geeky, Paul, Gauthier, Alexei Vlasov, Tristan Brose, and Hunter Haight. Defense is Victor Hedman, J.J. Moser, Parker Wotherspoon, Sami Thoresen, Darren Radish, Wyatt Kaiser. Goaltender is still Andrei Vasilevsky, although he's looking diminished. God, if we don't win this series. We're menu simming. We're that desperate for luck. And if we still lose anyway, then so be it. Oh my God. Oh my God. How many cups would we have won by now if we menu simmed all of our series? We sweep Tampa. Absolute brutality. An absolute ass whooping. We average 6.75 goals for per game. 27 goals in 4 games. For the record, it has been well established for many, many years that menu simming is the drastically superior way to menu sim. That has been well known for many, many years. Especially established by the likes of One Sim for the Win. But it's not as fun. It's not as dramatic. And of course, you can still win in the other method. So, yeah, if you're going to play this game and you want your team to actually play like they should, menu sim. If you want to try to somehow make this game entertaining, you try to do what I do, and then you end up wanting to throw your console out the window. Anyway, Elias Pettersson was insane. Lardis, Robertson, 8 goals in 4 games for Owen Tippett. I mean, not to mention for the first time, Peter Kachetkov didn't have a sub-880 save percentage. Turns out menu simming means your goalie will actually fucking try. Boy, look at those last frickin' 3 playoff runs and then this one. What was the difference? Case in point, always menu sim. Always menu sim. Unless maybe it's like a game 7 or something like that, but pretty much always menu sim. Tampa is out. Who will it be in round number 2? Part 2. Number 2. Derek Jeter. Who will it be? The answer is the Toronto Maple Leafs. Hold on, I gotta hit the button.
Oh, yay! Hooray! He said Toronto! Yay! Woo! Yay! That's where we live! We live in Toronto! Yay! Shut up!
All right, the Maple Leafs roster looks like this. Matthew Nyes, Austin Matthews, and William Nylander. Jack Roslovic, Dylan Nikolai. I was going to say Derek Roy for some reason. I'm tired. Shane Pinto. Rigo Lawrence, Luke Cunnin, and Easton Cowan. Alexandre Texier, Jordan Dumais, and Matt Maggio. The defense is Ryan Pulock and Brandon Carlo. Emil Andre and Morgan Riley still there. Jayke Bean and Kasper Kulonumi. The goaltenders, Joseph Wall and Dennis Hildeby. Okay. All right. Well, here we go. Let's see. I don't think we'll get another sweep, but you never know. You never know. Let's find out. How's this going to go? We lose 9-6, 7-6, 6-3. So we're tied at 2 wins apiece. Game 5 is a win. Game 6. The Peterborough Petes are going to the Eastern Conference Final for the very first time. We knock out the Leafs in 6 games. Case in point, everybody, always menu sim. Elias Pettersson has 30 points in 10 games. Again, this is why I never menu sim, because god damn it, we could always win cups so much faster, or at least be more competitive. Like, look at this. Look at this. There's no reason to ever in-depth sim. Ever. But again, I already knew this. The other way is more entertaining. But, hey, we were looking for results this season, not entertainment. The entertainment is the result, brother. 9-19 for Kochetkov, so he still got roughed up a bit, but he is 8-0 apparently. Yeah, and Owen Tippett has 18 goals in 10 games. Jesus. All right, will it either be New Jersey or Montreal in the Eastern Conference Final, and it is New Jersey. The Jersey. All right. What do Dem Devils look like in 2031? Timo Meyer, Jacques Hughes, and Jesper Bratt, Dawson Mercer, Nico Hischier, and Philip Kurashev, Carter Mazur, Caden Lindstrom, and Maxim Shabanov, Lenny Haminaho, Dylan Cousins, and John Beecha. Not bad. Defense, Luke Hughes and Simone Nemitz, Dougie Hamilton, Quinn Emery, Anton Silyev, and Drew Daly. Goaltenders Adam Gayan, and, well, they have Carter Hart on the team. So we got karma on our side, at least. That we do. First 4 games of the Eastern Conference Final. We are up 3-1. The Peterborough Petes are going to the Stanley Cup Final. It's delightful, isn't it? It's delightful. Elias Pettersson now on 37 points in 15 games. Owen Tippett has 22 goals. You really did rob us of success. Of course I did. You said bad streamer. No, good streamer. Very good streamer. Because I know this fucking video game front to back, inside and out. I know how this shit works. We suck for the sake of drama sometimes. What can I say? It'll either be Dallas or Vancouver in the Stanley Cup Final. Well, Cody, that's an entirely different game now, isn't it? The Dallas Stars stand in our way. We could still very well lose this, by the way, of course. But let's take a look at the Dallas Stars Cup Final. Jason Robertson, Wyatt Johnston, and Mikko Rantanen. Ryan Donato, Rupe Hintz, and Casey Middlestat. Brendan Brisson, Maverick Bork, and Emil Hemming. Roman Kahesnikov, Robbie Fabry, and Julian Lutz. Defense, Thomas Harley Thomas, and Miro Heiskanen. Ryan Healy and Bowen Byram, Liam Bixel, and Henry Thrun. Goaltender is Otter. Okay. Stanley Cup Final. Let's see what happens. It's all come down to this. We're tied at 2 apiece after the first 4 games. We are actually trailing 3-2. I said there was a chance we could still lose. It goes to Game 6, must win, to force Game 7. First period, 1-0 Pete's, J.J. Peterka. Second period, 3-1 Pete's, Oscar Pettersson and Adam Novotny. Will there be a Game 7 back in Peterborough? Thomas Harley Thomas scores. Dallas trying to stay alive on home ice. They're going to score again. They're going to score again. Bring it on. I already know it. Yeah! Predictable, baby! I told you I know this game inside and out, okay? We play stupid sometimes for the entertainment value of it, but I know this game front to back. You know the story they told on the Steve Dangle podcast when they had fucking what's-his-nuts on the team or on the podcast. This was almost a decade ago now. Throwing for content, basically. They had they had Nick Kyprios on the show like a decade ago. No, actually, it wasn't even the Kyprios story. I think it was the Steve Simmons podcast. That was over a decade ago, where he talked about, God, I think it was, I'm stalling, and I'm sorry. I think it was Doug Gilmour, Steve Simmons was talking about, like, oh, Doug Gilmour acted like he never knew what people in the media were saying about him. He's like, oh, in the articles, he knew where the fucking commas were. I know where the commas are in this fucking game, which isn't a good thing. That's not a brag. It just means this game's way too damn predictable. Overtime. Let's do it. Either we go back to Peterborough for Game 7, or the Dallas Stars beat us in 6 games. What will it be? Shout out to Diamond, by the way. 70 streams in a row. That is ridiculous. What's it going to be? How's it going to be? What's it going to be? Dallas is the site. Here we go. Here we go. It's Jason Robertson. Bumped off. Done to McTavish. Mason McTavish. McTavish backhand on for some reason. Elias Pettersson. Out to the wall. Dunn steps up. Doesn't do anything. One back. Hayton to Pettersson. What a save by Ottinger. Tip it for Hayton. I think he wrung the outside of the post. Thomas Harley Thomas. Nice poke check. Elias Pettersson for Barrett Hayton. McTavish. Nowhere to go. Mikko Rantanen. Loses it to Tippett. Who nearly turns it over. It's Barrett Hayton, who again is a defenseman for us. And Pettersson dumps this one in. Good job pressuring Thomas here. Maverick Bork takes the hit. Done for Lardis. Pettersson for Peterka. It's blocked. Peterka! It's saved out low. Dunn. Terrible shot. Dunn scores. Vince Dunn sends us to Game 7. Hell yeah. Let's go. You can immediately tell the overtime games that we're going to win, that we're going to lose, because, my God, like, immediately we were shooting the puck a ton. You could just tell. Vince Dunn is the hero. First shot blocked, then he just wires one. Top shelf. The Stanley Cup will be awarded in Peterborough to the winner of Game 7. I like that it's showing him as a center. But there it is. We got one game to go for all the marbles. Now, again, this is why we don't often menu sim. Because, again, like, oh, yeah, we're just in the cup final already. You know? All right, cool. Game 7 cup final. Let's go. We haven't had that dramatic build-up, really. Game's so scripted when you can notice that. Ugh, well, you know. He switched with Hayton. Yeah. Still, though, should recognize him as a defenseman. Oh, goodness. All right, one more game to go. We're not going to change a damn thing about this team, at least I don't think. Yeah, let's just go for it. Game 7. Here we go. Here we are. First period, 4-2 Dallas. Kachetkov is out. Tippett had 2 goals. Second period, 7-3 Dallas. Can I back out of this and like... Here, what if I back out of this? Did it save? I wonder if it's saved. There should be an autosave in there, and I want to menu sim it and see what happens. Of course, yeah, Cody, there's an autosave. That's a feature. We'll test it out. Why not? And we'll see. Yeah, Roberta, that's my thought, right? It should have autosaved after we backed out of a game. Should have. Should have. You never say for sure, right? Let's see. And there we go. Autosave for the win. I'm so smart and know this game so well. People really got to stop doubting me. They really... Cody! Listen to the superior Cody. All right, game 7. So, we lost 7-3 on the in-depth sim. What's going to happen from the menu sim? They still won. All right, well, there we go. Only 4-3. We lose in the Stanley Cup final to the Dallas Stars in 7 games. Outstanding. That is it. GG's. The Stars win it. Oh, man. So close yet so far, huh? So close yet so far. Elias Pettersson had 43 points in 22 games. Owen Tippett had 24 goals. Oh my God. And we still lost. And we still absolutely lost. I want to see if those defensemen are any good. I'm also worried about some other people declining. Maybe we give it one more go around. Maybe we will. Austin Matthews won the Art Ross and the Hart. Quinn Hughes wins the Norris. Calder to Spellqvist. Conn Smythe went to Rantanen. Because again, oh, well, they won. So Murashoff, the Vezina, and the Jennings. Jack Adams to John Tavares. First year head coach, John Tavares, who also went to Vegas, no less, wins the Jack Adams. That's a rarity in this game, man, to see a retired player win the Jack Adams. Selke to Nico Hischier. Matthews wins the Lindsay and the Richard. AHL, a dude named Orr for the Providence Bruins scored the most points, was league MVP, scored the most goals, was top rookie. Matthias Hovland was top defenseman. Colton Ellis top goaltender, and Orr was up there as well. And I guess there was not an MVP of the playoffs. Nobody wins MVP. Nobody. I mean, unless the... Yeah, because Wilkes-Barre already won it. All right, just no AHL best of the playoff winner. Because why would that be a thing? Why would that be a thing? Joe Tavares won a cup before the Leafs. There you go. Player retirement. Stamkos is gone. Bunch of other dudes, of course. And we'll double check the defenseman as well. Oh yeah, that's right. We had a bet in chat there, and it came down to 1 game. That's insanity. The underdog, Yesvoen almost won. Offensively, Hedman, Jacob Trumba, also gone. Goalies, Saros. Okay, so we're not totally dead yet. Retirements haven't killed us. We did lose Ryan Merkley. Let's keep going. Retirements haven't killed us yet. Stamkos becomes a coach. We made it to within 1 win. We got to try again, right? We'll give it one more try. All right. When is our first pick? 98th. Okay. Oh, God. How the hell can we even trade up? How the hell can we even afford to trade up here? When's our first dude on the board? 27th. Also, our scene's apparently a gem. So 27th, Eager dropped all the way to 41st. All right, let's see. Chicago at 25. We will give you a first-round pick next year. Also, give me your third-rounder this year. Give me your fourth-rounder this year. Fuck. How about a fifth-rounder this year? Just 1 for 1. Thank you. All right. Let's see. What do we got? How good is this defenseman? Steve Parks of the Peterborough Petes. He is a medium 6. Oh, my God. Our next pick is 98. We got to find a way to trade up to 41st. Let's talk to Kakalaki. Well, Kakalaki, I'll give you a second-round pick next year. What do you think? That's not going to be enough. Kana, hello. How goes it? Also give you our third next year. There you go. All right. Let's see. How good's the other guy? Mr. Wyatt Eager. Medium 6. I mean, it's at least a couple of defensemen. They're not anything special, but at least they exist. Connor, what happened? 92 for our scene, huh? Alright, let's go to the end of this round. Let's just trade up a Carolina and get this guy early. Why not? Palpatine, 10 in a row as well. There we go. Another deal there. Just have a... fair enough. Fair enough. Let's take Mr. Reese Arsene, a low 6. Boy, what a gem. What a gem. A low 6. Oh, where the hell was that? There's a Markstrom. There's a Patterson. I don't know if you guys saw who you thought you saw. I think you were mistaken. Nope, there he is. Oh, guys, a low 6 defenseman. Yay! A low 6 defenseman. Woo! Pick number 109. Next round. Pittsburgh, let's talk. I mean, we might as well just try to get these guys and see if they help at all. I'll give you a 7th rounder and a 5th rounder next year. Thank you. Might as well do one more season when we were that close, right? Petri Renas, Petri Renas, as we'll call him. He's terrible anyway. Every time we try to cheese the system, they're terrible anyway. 137 and 150. Alright. So yeah, we know that Pedersen sucks. And yeah, he's a low 6. And then we'll trade for Dallas's pick. And that'll be it for us in this draft. See if this works. There we go. Alright. Well, I mean, hey, there were a couple of players, but nobody better than a medium 6. Yeah, nobody better than a medium 6. So, nothing. Absolutely nothing to work with. There was a frickin', oh, this guy's a gem, and then he ended up being fucking terrible anyway, so gems are overrated as shit. They do not mean anything. We might be losing Jeff Blashill. Power sim through an off-season, damn it. Rimpinen's back. Let's sign Wells. Stevenson. We'll not go with you. Marcus Pedersen. We'll see if he declines heading into the season. Now that he's 35. Dunn's 34. We're running out of time real fast. Real fast with how old some of these defensemen are getting. Real fast. We might as well sign Gowan. Again, Parks played for Peterborough. This dude's fucking atrocious, but we might as well sign him. And all these dudes, except for Pedersen, would have played for Peterborough. This dude played for Orebro, so that works. Welcome in, Johan. Mr. Lardis. Sign you to whatever the hell you want. 7 years. Was that $17 million? Holy shit. Maybe I should have played that one a little bit more safe. Whoops. Didn't exactly expect him to ask for $17 million a season. Well, that might be how this ends. I might not be able to afford the team. That's a rough one. I mean, we do have $9 million left. Souther Peterson's on a two-way deal. Reynos can be signed. Centers. Mason McTavish's deal is up. We're fucked. Yeah, he wants $19 million a season. Okay, so we're fucked. Good thing we have a save before Game 7. We sure do. We sure do. Especially now that we know that nobody in that draft is worth a damn. Yeah, this is falling off the rails. This is falling off the rails. In-depth Simmet. I don't want it. We lost. Then again, I can't guarantee that we'll lose this one, so. So, not only do we know that everyone on our team is getting older, we also now know that so many dudes are going to be requesting so much damn money that we might not be able to keep the team together. Game 7, Stanley Cup final against the Dallas Stars. First period, 4-0 Pete's. Lawrence, McTavish, Novotny, and Pedersen. Second period, it's 5-2. Boy, how do we handle that prediction that was up, by the way? How do we handle that prediction that was up? Do we just consider this the win? Do we just consider this the win? Or do we go through one more season anyway? Proof of concept. Proof of concept. The boys have done it. The Peterborough Petes are going to win the Stanley Cup. We've done it. We have to repeat. I fucking hate you. I will actually go through that next season because I want to double check the money to see if we can even keep the team together. I don't know if we can. Oh boy, 88 seconds from glory. Vince Dunn. Let's see if we can get one more. Vince Dunn is very slow. Okay, that's a bit of an embellishment from Kochetkov, but all right. You do you. Show off that flexibility. Look at that. It's beautiful. And it's ours. Through no controversy whatsoever. It turns out the Dallas Stars were doping. So we had to replay Game 7 with them off the gas. Meow. We love Samoan Tippett. We love Samoan Tippett in this timeline. Then we can three-peat like Demolition at WrestleMania 6. 26th goal of the playoffs for Owen Tippett. 13 of them in the slot. It's what he does, baby. Now you face palming because you're losing or because of that hair, buddy, because that's worse than mine, and I'm close to giving up, so goddamn. Actual good goal, but oh, Leo, it's not. That was me, brother. That was me. At this point, we're just playing it. Oh, goodness. But yeah, I want to double check after that draft if we're just like totally cooked in terms of the salary. But I mean, I'll still sim a season, but yeah, I gotta, like Nick Lardis was an RFA. I just didn't expect him to be asking for $17 million, you know? Damn. What the fuck was that? That was weird. Brother, how'd you get full pressure? You were out of the attacking zone. God, does everyone on my team have wheels? Guryev. Superstar level AI, by the way. This is why I don't play Be a Pro. The AI is absolutely atrocious. Just lets me walk right into the slot. That'd be one thing if we were playing the Toronto Maple Leafs, but, you know. Were there any Pete's you left off the list? Nope. There wasn't anybody we were worried about in that regard. Ah, what a save. Yeah, let's delay this game with more goals. As we should. It's a celebration. Bitch. I mean, Rantanen did have like 33 points. You're going to look at Adam Novotny win a face-off, and you will like it. Okay, maybe not win the face-off, but... Barrett Hayton. Throwing the ass. Adam Novotny. Without any controversy at all, the Peterborough Petes are Cup champions. We did it, Peterborough. We did it, Pete. We did it. Through no controversy at all. First try, GG's easy. First try, GG's easy, no rematch. Lamau. We are going to sim one more season to see if they can do it on their own. You said it could never happen. I was being dramatic. Where's my payout? House always wins, brother. House always wins. That's where your payout. That's where your payout is. We'll give you a chance to go double or nothing. Roberta, yeah. Like I said, I'm going to have to do some maneuvering to keep the team together for next season, so. Elias Pettersson raises the Stanley Cup in Canada. Except it's in the province of Ontario. Peterborough. 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 Who gets the cup next? Owen Tippett, brother. Oh, I slipped down to Vince Dunn. That's not good. Well, yeah, Vince Dunn. That's fine. There you go, Vince. You did it. You did it, Vincent. You did it. Peterborough, Peterborough. Winning the cup in Peterborough. Owen Tippett. Delete the VOD and only post this clip of Game 7, right? Owen Tippett. 97 goals. Don't worry, we'll win it next year to legitimize it. It's fine. And last man to get the cup, Peter Kochetkov, who actually can make a save when we menu sim. Da 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 da. Ba da ba da ba da. Peterborough, Peterborough. Winning the cup in Peterborough. 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 All we needed was Rick Tocchet, baby. That's all we needed. Was Rick, by God, Tocchet. Happy Pride. I'm going to get DMCA'd for this. Why are you all still wearing jerseys? I've seen people celebrate cups. There's always one guy who's fully naked the second he walks back into the room that they have to make sure not to get on camera. Oh, God. I mean, Tigrid said NHL 17 rebuilding Hockey Town got swept in the first round, reset it, posted YouTube edit, so never. That's not true. I have no idea what you're talking about. I genuinely don't. That was like 10 years ago. Where were the douchey snowboard goggles, right? Anything. I mean, they can't show the Al Key Hall, right? So. Pete, Peterson, Peterson, McTavish. All right, a nice, no controversy Stanley Cup championship. Totally. Totally legit. Don't worry about it. Don't you worry about it. We are going to go back to that draft, get those 2 defensemen and that 1 forward, since we know they're the only ones that are really fucking worth a damn. And we will take it from there. Tammy Panarin retired this time. I don't really care. Peterborough, no retirements this time from the Bra. That's fair. Max Domi became a coach. All right. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bang, bada boom. Entry drafts. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bang, bada bing. Chicago, 25th overall. Let's talk. I want that pick. And get my first next year and a 4th this year. Congratulations. Thanks for playing the video game. I'm going to trade up to 25th to get a medium top 6 defenseman. Even though the guy before him was a medium 4. Stevie Parks, welcome in. Because you're the best damn thing we can actually get. Then we need picks 41 and 92. 41 and 92. 41 and 92. Oh, fucking piss yourself. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. Bunch of medium 6 players. Sim the next round. Kakalaki. Kakalaki. Bada bing. Bada boom. Bada bang. Give me a. Never mind. I just want to get out of this draft. Bada bing. Bada boom. Bada bang. Thank you very much. Draft that last dude that was a low 6. Is not even that good. Shout out to Yes Way Jose on the 34 months. By God.
That with the Patriots jacket, and of course,
Baga! Jose, how are you this evening? We've reached a stage of absolute delirium. Of delirium, I say. Okay, so now we're back where we were, except, you know, we magically have a Stanley Cup in our pocket, but it's fine. We're going to sim one more season anyway. Because I needed to be a little bit more careful in terms of the salary. So Rimpinen, RFA, Wells gets re-signed. Right, quick and easy. Defensively, definitely got some big UFAs. Stillman would take a 2-way deal, so just sign him. Qualify Gowan. So from my early look at the roster, we are probably losing somebody because of cap space. Probably. Lardis, again, was asking for $17 million. Which is fucking insane. Pedersen here wanted 3. What was Hauser looking for? 1, but it's a 2-way deal. So we'll sign Akil Thomas. Let's see if we can kind of keep this team together at all. Give them a chance to actually run it back and maybe win the damn thing. And again, Arsene actually played for Peterborough. Peterson, that should be a 2-way deal. Altshuler was an Erie Otter prospect. And then centers, McTavish. And this Pedersen needs a qualifying offer. Novotny needs a qualifying offer. Then there's Peterson. Emilio Pedersen still wants a 1-way deal. Lutz and Dominic Better. Okay. $30 million. Mason McTavish wants $19.9 million. Well, this team's cooked because we got to lose somebody. We got to lose somebody. And a full no movement clause for McTavish as well. I mean, even if we like shed the $9 million that Hayton's making, it's still just way too goddamn much. Like, those two are looking for almost $40 million combined. You know? Like, there's just no way we can properly keep this team together. Marcus Pettersson wants $5 million still for the year, which is just insane. Well, turns out last season was our best chance. Marcus Pettersson, how much of a discount can we get for you with a no movement clause? Can we do like $4.75? Because obviously he has to stay. Declan Chisholm has to stay. Even he is looking for an absurd amount. Jesus Christ. I just give you a no movement clause because it's not as if we are going to trade you. $3.75 for 3 years. It's not even that much of a discount. Oscar Pettersson. How discounted can you be? Yeah, we're pretty well boned. We are pretty well boned with people looking for just an outrageous amount of money. I mean, Emilio's probably someone we can drop for how much he's asking for, but shits and giggles, let's say that we keep him. What, at 2.9? It's not even that bad. All right, let's see. Accepted. That leaves us 19 mil, so we don't even have enough to re-sign McTavish as it is. And that's discounting the RFAs. Yeah, so we're cooked. So Mason McTavish is, he is off of this team. Like, we can't afford him. $20 million, so he's gone. Which, again, is, that's GG's. Losing Mason McTavish, it's over. It's pretty much over. Like, we can try, but it's pretty much done. We'll give it the extra season, but yeah, we're pretty much cooked. I don't really see how we possibly survive losing a 94 overall player, you know? I just don't really see it. But just in case, maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to put something together here. Let's see. All right, so Todd McClellan. Let's see if we can hire you. Why not? Trade Hayton. I mean, even if we trade him, like, we still don't even have Lardis signed. So, maybe he takes a lower contract you could trade for him. Yeah, that's pretty much the only plan. But if he signs a deal with a no movement clause, we're screwed, you know? So I'll check into it, but my guess is that was our best chance to win a cup, and we lost in 7 games to Dallas. I mean, we totally beat Dallas in 7 games. You saw it. You saw it. And then Jim Montgomery. Let's try to sign him. Oh, man. So we'll do this extra season, see where we go. Yeah, we still get the RFAs to worry about, too. How much is McTavish looking for on the open market? $20 million. Lardis is looking for 15 as an RFA. 7 years, 20 mil for McTavish. Damn. We'll see where he and the RFAs end up, basically. We'll see what we can do. Maybe he's still there and nobody signs him because he's asking for too much money. We'll see. Novotny took the qualifying offer. I think that's Lutz. Yes, it is. Dominic Petter. What else? Petri Rimpinen. I don't even know if Lardis will sign. Well, somebody signed McTavish to that deal. Somebody did. Damn. Who the hell signed Mason McTavish and for how much? Like, there's just no way we could keep him at 20 mil. It's like we're going to have to have a bunch of people or we could still have McTavish. I mean, then again, he might be worth it, but $22.5 million a year for 7 years, full no movement clause. Well, that was going to be tough to match. We'll see if we have the overall roster depth to survive losing him. And see if this team can make a run. We'll have to sign Nick Lardis, who's just not going to want to sign with us right now. All right, let's see. NHL's always wanted to be the NBA. Yeah, it's their cap space at. They still got $8 million somehow. Not for long once that Gavin McKenna deal is up. Yeah, I mean, they got a couple of players, but that's most of their cap space, just tied up into a few players. So for us, RFAs, Lardis, 1 year deal at 19 or at 8.9 mil. And Lucas Patterson. See if that's enough. Ricky Tocchet. Preseason training here. Let's get some physicality up in this bitch. Make the playoffs again, even without McTavish. Crash, you take it easy, buddy. All right, so in the regular season, there's Lardis. Pedersen rejected. I fucking sent you the deal that you wanted, you fucking donkey. Hey, name your price. Here's my price. I can't accept that. Okay. That's fucking stupid. But alright. Here, I'll give you more money. Oh, I just noticed what why is his asking price so low when the interest bar is that low? What the fuck? That doesn't make any sense. Like, the offer starts him off in negative interest. Just ask what the hell you want for. What? You're not even negotiating. How much money do you want to be in max interest? We got you covered, buddy. There you go, 4.2. Sign the deal, you dumb bitch. Yeah, silly bitch. Sign the deal. Spin the wheel. Sign the deal. Thank you. We have too many players on the roster. Yeah, I'm sure we do. Sorry to Akil Thomas. You're probably not making it. All right, so Mason McTavish is the big loss on the team, unless we had, I don't even really know, like, what we had just not re-signed Elias Pettersson, but I don't even know. I don't even know. All right, what are we going to be this year? Is Barrett Hayton still going to be playing defense? So Kochetkov and Rimpinen. Dunn, Pettersson, man, Elias Pettersson finally developed. Chisholm is really developed. And then Guriev. Okay. So what do we got for forwards? AHL, it's a 76. So Petrangelo or Pietrangelo can go down. And then everybody else would be affected by a waiver. I mean, this team's certainly frickin' developed. Jesus Christ, even without McTavish. So if we go best lines, it scratches Pettersson and Hauser. Puts Steven Lawrence on defense. Honestly, I am okay with just running it as exactly as the coach set it up. I mean, the top line's probably what we do anyway, right? So Shout out to Nick Robertson, who finally developed, too. Pedersen, Tippett. We'll see what they can do. I'm here for it. We'll just make sure that we have the best coach chemistry out of the staff that we have. So Rick Tocchet is at 64%. Honestly, nobody's going to beat him. Nobody's going to beat him. So, Rick Tocchet's the guy. Let's do it. Let's see it the second time's the charm. Why not? We'll run it back and see if we just got unlucky last time. Now, did he make Owen look good, or did Owen make him look good? That's a big question. I mean, McTavish did have 102 assists last year, which is nuts. But I am going to trust Tocchet's opinion on how to set up this team, and we will see where we end up. We're not exactly as off to as hot of a start as we were previously. So, who knows? Maybe McTavish was the straw that stirred the drink. We also don't really have the cap space to get him back, so. Let's see. Is there anybody in this draft class? Oh, come on! Right as I say it's going to be the last season, projected first overall pick, another winger, Oscar Peterson. Fuck you. I'm here forever. I'm here forever. That's it. That's it. I don't even want this to be the picture that's up there, but there it is. We're here forever. We're here forever. I mean, we're still not getting any frickin' defense. That's the other issue. So now what we're running into is the fact that we're going to have to start phasing out the older dudes to be able to afford the younger dudes. I think we're an actual franchise now. I think so. Damn it. There's the confirmation. The Petes have made the playoffs again. Is this the year? We got a dude that's projected to be the first overall pick that's eligible for us to take. We have not much in the pipeline, but I mean, that dude would certainly help. I don't even know. I don't even know what this playthrough is anymore. I don't even know. I don't know what to make of this run. I don't know what the who, what, where, when, how, and why is. I just know that we're here living. It's going to be a 57-win season for the Petes, the top team in the Eastern Conference. Turns out Owen Tippett is the straw that stirs the drink. 124 points, 85 goals for the pride of Peterborough. Elias Pettersson way up there. Jorgen way up there. Nick Lardis scored 58 goals. Jesus. Yeah, from a financial standpoint, this team is boned. You got certain people scoring at a pace like this. Oh my God. Steven Lawrence was a plus 25 on defense this year. With so many of these dudes performing at a much higher level, we're going to be so screwed money-wise, it's not even funny. Jesus. League-wide, Matthews led the league. Tippett was fourth. Tippett did beat Matthews in goals, 85-83. Frickin' Bonds versus, or really, Sosa versus Maguire. Defensively, Werenski was up there. Goaltending, the winningest was Kochetkov again. Andrianov, the shutout leader. Rimpinen actually had the highest save percentage. It was Shesterkin for starters, though. And it's probably going to be Stu Lashoff for St. Louis who wins the Calder this year. Fair. Okay, 2 things. Number 1, the draft class, where again, Peterson is still number 1, which is absurd. Absolutely absurd that now is when that player shows up. Insanity. The contract situation, because obviously we couldn't afford to pay McTavish $20 million, right? Vince Dunn's deal is coming due. He wants a raise to almost $11 million. Marcus Pettersson's deal is coming due. He still wants $6 million. And defensive Elias Pettersson wants $7 million. We're cooked. Owen Tippett wants $19 million. Nick Lardis wants $15 million. Oh my God. We're just going to have no depth. Elias Pettersson wants $19.8 million. Yeah, I mean, dude, it's GG's. It's GG's. Shout out to McGregor who went low elite. It's GG's after this season, man. Because we are going to lose so much high-end talent. And we're just going to have to try to keep, like, some depth. But there isn't a ton of depth that we've been able to draft. So this is pretty much it. We'll take a look at what the team would be heading into next season. But this is pretty much it. We draw the Florida Panthers in round 1. Kachuk, Barkov, Reinhart. For Hagee, Lundell, Riekoff, Maggio, Wenberg, Podkolzin, Boqvist, Dickinson, Hiroki, Goshik. Shout out to Hiroki. Defense is Forsling, Ekblad, Sandberg, and Jones, Del Mastro, and Sturbach. Goalie, Devin Levi. Rochester resident, Devin Levi. Let's see what happens. Got a menu sim it. Gotta menu sim it. What can we do in the playoffs without Mason McTavish? We're up 3-1. Florida Panthers have been eliminated. Peterborough moving on again to play either Tampa or Toronto. And it will be the Tampa Bay Lightning one more time. We cannot escape them. Oh, my God. Robertson, 8 points. Lardis with 7. Tippett only had 3 goals. That was more of a team effort than anything. Chekhov was pretty good. How did McTavish do this season? That's a good question. We didn't look. Regular season, he had 71 points. Oh, my God. From 120. Oh, my God. You got Huberdeau again. Oh, you got Huberdeau. And you're paying a hell of a lot of Huberdeau to Mason McTavish. Woof. This is how we win. We screw over the rest of the league. They're like, oh, we got to steal that guy. Trojan horse, baby. The Tampa Bay Lightning. Tampa Bay. Hagel, Point, Kucherov, Gensel, Sorelli, Gauthier, Milano, Hedel, Bjorkstrand, Barkey, Haight, and Barron. Defense is Moser, Yarachek, Gulyayev, Thoresen, Cleveland, and Janssen. And Topias Leinonen is now the goaltender, not Vasilevsky. Okay. Well, let's see. First 4 games. Down 0-2. Well, we're down 3-1. Make that down 3-2. Can we reverse sweep the Lightning? No. We lose in the second round to the Tampa Bay Lightning. Fuck. Well, Yeah, this team's probably mostly cooked. But we lose to the Lightning in 7 games, which is fucking arch enemy Tampa, man. Tippett didn't quite perform to the same level as previous playoff runs, that's for sure. But Hamik Chekhov wasn't even that bad. God, what do we do? What do we do? And the team's definitely, like, mostly cooked. I will say, since we're just speed running seasons, I want to see if we can get that first overall pick, and I want to see what the financial setup for the team would be moving forward. Tampa ended up winning the Cup again. The Syracuse Crunch also won the Calder. Let's take a look here. In terms of the awards, Tampa wins again. Matthews, the Art Ross. Hart Trophy went to Peterson again. Elias Pettersson. There's so many Petersons and Petterssons. Quinn Hughes, the Norris. Kucherov, the Bing. Calder, the Lashoff. Kucherov won the Conn Smythe. Shesterkin, the Vezina. Matthews, the Selke, the Lindsay. But Owen Tippett won the Rocket Richard again. Murat Huznadinov was top point getter in the AHL. League MVP. And Taylor Radish was the MVP of the Syracuse Crunch Calder Cup winning team. So, if we were to somehow try to squeeze one more season out of this, Rimpinen doesn't want anything, which is good. Vince Dunn wants $11 million for one season. Holy balls. We're cooked, man. We're going to get priced out on everybody. Holy shit. What does Elias Pettersson want? $19.2 million. Yep. Owen Tippett wants $19.5 million. We're so screwed. It's over. Nick Lardis wants $15 million for 1 year, and then he wants to walk. What does Barrett Hayton want? 4. All right. I mean, maybe. First and foremost, let's see if we can work a little bit of magic here. But yeah, we're pretty boned. We are pretty boned. We got to try to find a way to trade with Pittsburgh for the first overall pick. That is step 1. Barkov and Ryan Hart are gone. That's good news, at least. Seth Jones is gone. Yay! Florida's finally falling off. Hellebuck's gone. Did we lose anybody? 2 retirements. Lawrence and Ryan Merkley are both gone. Losing Steven Lawrence is a pretty big hit. And we also lost Dylan Wells. So we're down to like 3 goalies. That's it. That's not ideal. Not ideal. All right, we know we're going to try to trade up to the first overall pick. Let's see if we can do it. Pittsburgh, talk to me. Talk to me. Like, Elias Pettersson still has some value, but he's going to no trade. Tippett doesn't even have that much value. Fucking A, dude. Lucas Pettersson. He was like a medium bottom 6 when we got him from the Ducks. Oh, my God. He's developed out of nowhere. All right. And now the problem is our first-round picks aren't even worth that much. 3 future first-round picks. I don't even know if we're going to have the value to make this trade for this guy. Jesus. I mean, Tippett's going to cost too much money. There's no way we can keep him. He's 33, and he's going to be asking for like 17 mil. We turned him into like the best goal scorer in the league. But I don't see how we possibly keep him. McGregor's not bad. Pettersson, again, I still can't move because of the no movement clause. Novotny, Peterka. Robertson's on a sweetheart deal. Is Pettersson an RFA? I think he is. Lardis, we know, wants a shitload of money, too. Shit. Well, honestly, if we can only keep Lardis or Tippett, we should keep Lardis. What if we were to use Tippett in this deal to Pittsburgh? Would that be enough? You just pick up, like, Bernard Docker and drop him? They don't want to go for Owen Tippett. I don't think we can even get this first overall pick. I don't think we can. I don't think we can. Our first rounders aren't as valuable anymore. I think we're cooked. We're going to lose a ton of people because they're way too expensive, and I don't think we have the value to trade up here. Like, unless we were to use Pettersson, who I guess is just an older version of who we'd be getting. Can't trade him. He's got a no movement clause. Our scene's not really worth anything. Good thing we won the cup on the first try, right? I can't believe they don't want Tippett's contract. I mean, are you sure you don't want Owen Tippett's contract? Please? Please take Owen Tippett's contract. You know you want to. You know you want to just trade for him after he's drafted. That's what we're going to have to do. Well, let's see what happens. Maybe by some miracle he falls to 3rd overall. Nope, he's a medium elite sniper. No abilities. He's fine. He's not even that good. Not like what you would expect for a 1st overall pick, you know? Yeah, he's like not even the most valuable dude on the team. Did you say 2 first-round picks for the guy? I'm trying to see if I can at least keep one of the picks. It's probably still going to take all 3. What about 3 first-rounders for the guy? Still not enough. What if we add 2 seconds? Shiz. What if we add Owen Tippett, since we're probably not going to be able to re-sign him? And if it's him or Lardis, we'd have to take Lardis because he's younger. You do want the contract of Owen Tippett. I promise you that you do. I don't even think we can get him still. I mean, at least we know he's there. But... was there anybody else from this draft class that we could even get? I mean, we just kind of stopped looking at the 1st overall dude. What do we got out of the OHL here? Fucking stellar player out of Guelph that we can't get. Top dude is Paul Holden, who's projected 74th. Outside of that, nothing. What about in general? Anybody in general? Petrov, eh. I mean, we could kind of cheese it for him, really, but eh. There's a Petterstrom at 26. It's a defenseman. Good old Helsinki. Goodness. Williams, what's up, dude? Very, very dumb challenge. Philippi Parks doesn't work. Oh, there's that one guy at least. I don't think there's going to be anybody else for us in this draft. Unless we can find a way to trade for that dude that Pittsburgh just drafted, but they're not really wanting to budge, and it looks like financially we're kind of screwed. You know? You know, if this is the end of this, at least we had a window. You know? At least we had a window. I can't believe it, but we did. And yeah, at best trade up to like 26th for Petterstrom. Let's see. I know what we should do really quickly. So Owen Tippett, we're just not... It's him or Lardis that has to go. And I mean, Nick Lardis, 50-goal seasons, 3 in a row, despite playing on the second line. If you put him where Tippett was, if they're asking for the same amount of money, Lardis is, 7 years younger? So if we move on from Owen Tippett, get the 24th overall pick from Dallas, he'll sign there for $19 million or so. And we get that dude that we need. So we have to say goodbye to Owen Tippett based on the money, which is brutal. So we lost McTavish at the end of last year. We lose Tippett at the end of this season. We add the Swedish defenseman, a medium 4. Look at that. We got a medium 4. Jesper Petterstrom. How do you like me now? We actually got somebody. Kind of. It's the best defenseman we've seen so far. And then there's going to be a 74. Let's see, he's in the next round. Because I don't think there was anybody else we could offer a trade to that we were convinced was leaving. It's like Paterka's got a no-trade clause. Barrett Hayton's got that modified. Yeah, like most of these guys. It was only really Tippett that we could move. Where was this guy projected again? I lost my focus. 74. 74. Nashville. Let's talk. Let's talk. It's pretty early, but we might as well do it. Thank you, Nashville. Let's get this extra dude, see if he's any good. Paul Holden. Yeah, medium 9. It's not awful. But that was pretty much it. Like, there really wasn't anybody else to get. That was the end of the road, really. Let's see. Anybody else that's eligible here? Pierce Shields. Any goalies? They show up in this part of the list, too. Per Holmstrom. Don't think we're getting anybody else. At least means we can trade some draft picks, I guess. Talking about in the draft arena. And how would I have known that? So it wasn't Pete to glory, just Pete to middling success. I mean, they were within one win of winning the Stanley Cup. You know? They were within one game of winning the Stanley Cup. It's pretty good. But it does look like this, attempt has about a 7 to 8 year window. Unless... Yeah, I don't even want that guy. Unless you can end up... with a good amount of luck, basically. That's really the only way. Oh, boy. What do we got? Let's see if they'll take that. There we go. All right. What's that financial situation? We know we couldn't work out the deal with Pittsburgh. Maybe we can because we'll have an extra first-round pick showing up once the offseason hits. But just out of intrigue... What is the financial situation of this team now? We've lost Tippett. We've lost McTavish. Let's see. We get to sign Stevenson, the lone goalie we found so far. Vince Dunn wants $11 million for the season. Marcus Pettersson wants 5.7. Oh, my God. Let's see. How much does Lardis want? 17 mil. Dude, yeah, this is nuts how much these guys are asking for. Holy shit. Elias Pettersson wants $19.6 million. I mean, dude, we're cooked. All we can do is pretty much qualify the RFAs and then see what's left. From a financial standpoint, like that's about it. Yeah, I think our window just slammed shut right in our face. think we're cooked. But let's see it through for the moment. So UFAs. Let's see. Stillman. Two-way deal. At least we got a cup out of it. I mean, I don't obviously consider that a win, but I'm glad some people can. I'm impressed, though, that this team did make it to within a win of the Stanley Cup. That's pretty damn good. Pretty damn good indeed. But we did fall short. Like I said, I just don't really see how this team's going to be able to stay competitive here. Based on how much money some of these guys are looking for. Now, we do have $64 million in cap. If we keep the RFAs qualified, focused on the UFAs. I mean, Elias Pettersson making 20 mil is absurd. Let's see. Guryev. Can we nickel and dime to save a bit of money on you? 125, give him no movement. We know he'll make the team. What's the offer for Dylan Peterson? How much can we do this? I mean, that's barely even saving us any money. Elias Pettersson, the defenseman, wants 7 mil. Jesus. I mean, we have no choice but to keep the actual defenseman on the team, right? So Vince Dunn looking for frickin' $10 million is insane. But what choice do we have, really? We cannot afford to lose the defense. So $10 million for Vince Dunn. Marcus Pettersson. We'd have to go 2 years. At age 36. And in fairness, he's not even making that much. So if we just gave him the no movement, I could drop down to like, what, 5? Even less. Like 4.9? And then Elias Pettersson, the other one. Instead of no trade clause, just give him a no movement. Because he would be here for years to come. 6.5. See what happens there. Pettersson accepts. Pettersson accepts. Dunn accepts. $43 million left. Dylan Peterson. Pretty much just have to sign into what he's asking for, but we could flip him. Barrett Hayton. Isn't really looking for that much. Honestly, just a no movement clause to drive the price down. Fairness, it doesn't even drive it down by that much. Yeah. Just sign into what he's asking for. I mean, that's a good deal. It's 3.7. Yeah, there we go. So then, Elias Pettersson, we got $40 million, right? So Elias Pettersson wants, what, the 19.8, was it? Yeah, so 19.6. So Pettersson wants half. Lardis wants the other half. Meaning there'd be no space for Lucas Pettersson, for McGregor, for Novotny. Well, McGregor, there'd be a little bit of space. But yeah, I think, honestly, Elias Pettersson would probably have to go. Unless we signed him and nickel and dime the RFAs again. But if we sign Elias Pettersson, he wants a no movement. Without it. Well, he might sign without it. 19.6 without the no movement. Let's see if he takes it. He did. Well, there we go. At least we'll be able to move him. So we'll just have to wait for the RFAs to drop their asking price. So, I mean, the big sacrifice there ends up being Tippett. I want to see how much he signs for. I have a bunch of dudes accepting the qualifying offer, especially AHLers. So McTavish gone for $22 million to Calgary. Tippett is gone to Dallas. Did he re-sign in Dallas? And for how much, if so? I don't think he did. So McTavish did not re-sign in Dallas. Interesting. He does want $20 million on the open market still. So somebody's going to give him that crazy damn contract. It's not going to be me. But maybe there's a way this team sticks together. Let's see. Let's offer Sheldon Keefe the AHL goalie spot. See if he takes that. We might have one more season here. Gotta be honest. We might have one more. We might still have some life. Not to mention, I need to try to trade for that dude from Pittsburgh, but we might be able to now use Elias Pettersson to do it. Because we were able to re-sign him without the no movement clause. But based on the money, I don't think we would have gotten away with that with Tippett as well. It would have been risky. So getting that defenseman was probably the right way to go. I'm kind of back into this. I got to be honest. I'm a little bit back into this. It's no longer a bit torturous because something interesting happened. We actually had some maneuvering to worry about. So if we go talk to Pittsburgh, can we get that first overall pick from them since he is eligible for us? We got 4 first-round picks we can offer. Let's start with 3. 4 first-rounders. There we go. We got him. So 4 first-round picks. We acquire the first overall pick, Oscar Pettersson, which, of course, is worth it to us. Why wouldn't it be? Who else are we going to draft? And he has a bronze quick release right out of the gates. Not bad. End up probably signing him to a deal here, too. Cool. All right. Oh, you watch, though. Next year, it'll show up with a fucking franchise-level defenseman or some nonsense. Yeah, let's sign him here. Oscar, welcome in. And then the other Petterstrom is playing for EFCO, so we can bring him in, too. And then these guys were all junior players, right? Yes. All right, so 20 million left. We didn't even have to use Elias to get the deal done, which is kind of nuts. Gulletson goes to Ottawa. Keefe goes to Seattle. That's fine. No biggie. I think we might just have a bit of life here, depending on what happens with the RFAs. But we should have the money for all of them. The big question will be, where does Owen Tippett sign? He's still out there. The demand's now down to 15 mil. I still can't afford that. But he didn't insta-sign like Mason McTavish did for 22 million. It's absolutely absurd. All right, let's see if he signed now. Nick Lardis took the qualifying offer. He is going to demand so much money next year. It's going to be insane. So Tippett is gone. Where did he go and for how much? Now, my hunch is he is very much going to be worth it, depending on where he goes. Ottawa. Well, if I knew you were going to be willing to take a deal like that, buddy. Man went for asking for 20 million to signing for less than 15 on a 1-year deal to Ottawa. Damn. We still couldn't afford it if we wanted Lardis, but wow. Poor Owen Tippett. He played himself. Yeah, see, we're at 12 million and we still have Pettersson and McGregor as RFAs, so we couldn't afford him no matter what we did. But, wow, he did not cash in. I thought for sure he was going to. He did not. I don't think those other RFAs are going to sign with us anytime soon here. They are not. Cool. All right. Well, wrong screen. We managed to keep Elias Pettersson. Maybe the key piece to keep. Compared to, well, I don't know, maybe Tippett was the key piece. It's going to be $5 million for Lucas Pettersson. And McGregor, 1.4. He's not going to take it. It did that thing where it starts the interest super low. That is very annoying. Rick Tocchet. I hit the wrong button. Pretty sure I can still go talk to him. That's annoying. Preseason. Please do more strength training. Season goal, make the playoffs. I mean, I feel like we trained up Nick Lardis to be the Tippett replacement. I feel like we should be okay. So McGregor rejects. Pettersson signs. Drop Stillman down to the AHL. And stop the sim. Let's go get that other dude signed. I think we got one more kick at the can here. Mr. McGregor, who's very good at throwing his ass. He's got hipster. He's a playmaker, too. Why the hell is he developing hipster? All right, there we go. Okay, highest rated dudes on the team. Defensively, Stokes is getting better, but he's not there yet. So forwards, definitely send down those two. Ooh, okay, the depth definitely did take a hit, though. So you know what? Let's call up Stokes, see if he gets that training. Okay. Okay. Maybe, just maybe, they still have one more chance. We'll see. Without Owen Tippett, though, it's a bit rough. McTavish was one thing. Tippett's going to be another. All right. Let's see. Let's see. So goalies are Kochetkov and Rimpinen. Defense, Stokes will be sent down. Our entire defense has no movement clause to get prices down. It's hilarious. And then for the forwards, outside of Peter Angelo, there's really nobody to send down. He would have to clear waivers, though. So he is going to stay. Okay. And what does Tocchet want for the team? He wants Pettersson, Lardis, Robertson, Pettersson, Peterka, Hayton, McGregor, Pettersson, Peterson, Novotny, and Hauser. Okay, I kind of disagree with this, though. Kind of disagree. We want that to be the fourth line, if anything. It has Dylan Peterson on defense. That's fine, honestly. Instead of Hayton. Let me just have someone on the off wing. I don't care anymore. Oscar Pettersson. We got McGregor, who can still get better. Novotny can still get a bit better. Peterka and Pettersson are locked in, but they are good. I think Peterka can kick rocks, so let's at least get Oscar Pettersson, that first overall pick, into a better position. And then Novotny, McGregor, Peterka shouldn't do too badly. The offense is still stellar. Defense, honestly, isn't that bad now either. It's just, you know, we only have 5 defensemen. The AHL, we can just go best lines. Okay, let's see. One more season. The question is, as always, is there anybody? We don't immediately have somebody in the top 5. And Per Silfverberg. All right, doesn't look like we'll have an outright Pete. Do we have someone playing for the Peterborough Petes, though? All right, we're right back to a pretty mid-draft. Top guy is a 57 overall winger. So, nothing too special. Is Tocchet still the best coach? He's still at a 62. He's probably not going to get passed, so... Let's see what happens. One more go-round. I didn't think we'd do this many seasons, but... Damn it. One more go-round. Well, well, well. Wouldn't you know it. Rick Tocchet and the boys have made the playoffs again. Again. 49 wins. We're battling with who else? The goddamn Tampa Bay Lightning for the division title. But we'll see. It's all about the playoffs, isn't it? It's all about the playoffs. And got 114 points. Still hasn't clinched the division, but it's pretty close. 10 points up on the Lightning. I mean, yeah, come on, this division's ours unless we just absolutely shit the bed. Conference is ours. 60-win Pete's? No, 59 wins for the Pete's. Still pretty damn good. Still pretty damn good. We actually have no amateur scouts left at this point, because why would we even need them? Let's see how the boys did here. Jorgen leading the way on 134 points. Elias Pettersson 124 with 48 goals. Lardis scored 60, so not quite Owen Tippett levels, but still pretty good. Vince Dunn had 97 points as a defenseman. I don't think Oscar Peterson's going to be winning the Calder. But honestly, not bad, given that we've lost McTavish and Tippett over the last 2 seasons. Vince Dunn was insane. Elias Pettersson, the defenseman, was insane. Goaltending was still meh. But that's just the state of the league. Let us take a look. I guess we'll go first to Ottawa. Tippett. He's still a beast. He's still a beast. Maybe we can get him back for next year if Ottawa can't re-sign him, but 73 goals. He is still a beast. That's a big loss heading into this playoffs. And then Calgary, McTavish, 67. He's cooked. He's cooked. Oh, we had the rug pull on Calgary with Mason McTavish. But Owen Tippett is still legit. I'm sure he won the award. The Rocket Richard. No, he did not. Jesus. Whew. So, the Petterssons were up there. 98 goals for Austin Matthews. Tippett was 5th in the league with 73. Jesus Christ. Lardis was top 10 as well with 60, so not bad. Not bad. 116 points for Fox. Dunn was 2nd in points amongst defensemen. It's pretty damn good. 46 wins for Ottinger. 7 shutouts for Dobesh, doing the Halak route, going from Montreal to St. Louis. And Fowler was the top goalie. Guyon was up there too. Rookies. Oh, baby! On 39 points, it is going to be Oscar Peterson. Let's go. Except we didn't do the conversation to tell him to win the Calder, so he might not improve to high elite, but hey, at least he won it. I'm not complaining. Is this the season for the boys to do it on their own? No controversy. We draw Montreal in the first round. Because of course we do. Caulfield, Suzuki, Demidov, Slavkovsky, Kappen, and Hermansen. Sharkovsky, Drury, Pinot, Nilsson, Williams, and Brock Besser. Defense is Hudson and Dobson, Ekblad and George, Korshak and Ottavainen. Goaltender, Jacob Fowler. Okay. It's a good team. That is a good team. Let's see what happens. Let's see. First 4 games. How's it going to go? Overtime win. Regulation win. Regulation win. It's a sweep of the Montreal Canadiens. How do you like that? How do you like that? Elias Pettersson, dude, 9 points in 4 games. Look, I mean, him or McTavish, we made the right choice. Tippett or Lardis, we probably made the wrong choice. But again, Tippett's now like 34, so... yeah, Lardis didn't even have a goal in that first round, and we still swept them. So, little bit worried about him. But all in all, I can't complain too much, can I? Honestly, maybe we do go best lines here. It actually does put Jorgen... ooh, with Nick Rupp. What the fuck did it just do to the lines? Like, the defense is fine, but holy God. What the hell is this contraption? That is insanity. Let's go McGregor, Hayton, and Pedersen. I think that could be pretty good for us as more of a shutdown line. Hauser's made the team, which is fair. Oh god, we need a playmaker. Let's get Hauser out of there. Give us Emilio Pedersen instead. Because we are going to need a playmaker for Novotny and Oscar Pedersen. I mean, Pedersen, Lardis. Pedersen, Robertson, Peterka. We're definitely missing Tippett. Definitely. I don't know if the AHL team made the playoffs either, but that's okay. That's okay. Rough to make line changes after a sweep, but I mean, if Nick Lardis isn't scoring goals, we got to try some sort of different setup, right? It'll be Leafs or Lightning in the second round. Tampa's been ruining my life for years. This time it's the Toronto Maple Leafs. What do the Leafs look like in the year of our Lord, 2033? Roslovich, Matthews, Nylander, McCann, Kendall, and Cowan, Hoglander, Lorentz, Nyes, Lutz, Turcotte, and Siplakov. Defense is Sandberg and Schneider, Mayu, and Clevin, Forsmark, and Lavoie. Goaltender, Ilya Sorokin, Jesus. Pedersen and Pedersen have to... I mean, I think the Hall of Fame entry for this is just Pete. People will know. People will know who deserved to make it. First 4 games against the Leafs. It's a win. It's a win. It's a loss. It's a win. Leafs have to force game 7, and they cannot. We will head to the Eastern Conference Finals to play the Philadelphia Flyers. Winner goes to the Stanley Cup. Elias Pettersson is dominating. Vince Dunn. Dude, Barrett Hayton is crushing. Oh, my God. He and Oscar Pettersson. McGregor. That shutdown line. I mean, they're shutting people down, but they're doing it by scoring. 8-1-0 for Kochetkov. Did Lardis score? He has 1 goal in 9 games. Dude, imagine if we had Owen Tippett, though. He's letting me down big time. He is letting me down big time here. Holy. Cody, I'll try to remember shortly. We got to keep the momentum going. Philadelphia, Konechny, Zegras, Michkov, Martone, Kate, Stranges, Forster, Waugh, and Nordmark, Scantlebury, Lachanko, and Aram Olsen. It's a good team. Defense is York and Sanheim, Matejchuk and Drysdale, Oliver Bonk, and Tom Wielander. Goaltender, Yegor Zavgragin again. Not the Zavgragin, not you. I don't like you. Eastern Conference Final. Can we beat the Dupers? 1-1 split. 2-1 up. 2-2 split. Oh, boy. Game 5 is a win. We are going back to the Stanley Cup Final to take on the San Jose Sharks. Who needs Owen Tippett, apparently? They might be able to do it themselves. Through the power of Elias Pettersson, Vince Dunn, Barrett Hayton, Oscar Pettersson. I cannot believe that, dude. That's the 4th line. That's fucking insane. Kachekhov's got a 903, but we've made it. What do the Sharks look like? Can they do this on their own? Oh, man. Stenberg, Celebrini and Smith, Beniers, Melasherik and Eklund, Bolbrook, Penkin, and Lafournier, Poltapov, Beestead, and Spence. What a team. Jesus. Defense is Romanov and Ronick, Cruz, Jim, and Sam Dickinson, Wang, and Piparainen. Goaltenders, Yaroslav, Askarov, and Ravensbergen. It's good. It's damn good. Oh, can the Petes get revenge? We made it here a couple years ago, 2 years ago. Lost to Dallas, but then technically beat him. We're up 2-1. 2-2. Oh, no. 1 went away. Can the Petes do it on their own? Can the Petes win the cup? First period, 2-0 Peterborough. McGregor and Dunn. Second period, 3-1 Peterborough. Nick Robertson. We might actually do this. We might actually do this. Novotny makes it 4-1. We're going to win the cup. In the All-Pete Challenge, the Peterborough Petes have won the Stanley Cup. No shenanigans. Just outright winning the damn cup in 6 games over the San Jose Sharks. What the hell just happened? The Pete-only challenge. Can you repeat? This was the repeat, brother. This was the repeat. I'm running for the fucking hills. Vince Dunn! Let's go. Picking corners with Vince Dunn, short-handed, brother. What a shot. I like hopping in and playing with a team briefly when we know that it's already over. 6-1. The Peterborough Petes are going to win the Stanley Cup. Barrett Hayton. What a pickup he was. Unbelievable. A team of memes. Oh, Celebrini, Jesus. A team of memes, a team of dreams. And they got one back on me. For shame. We're winning it, though. Without any nonsense. Oh my God, the big reverse hit by Melasherik. Monster. Oh, Pettersson. Yeah, I mean, like, look, who's to say how far this team could go? Like, we still don't have that next goalie in line. We got, like, a 1 medium top 4 defenseman. But we do have some younger pieces, but we're certainly going to be getting priced out on some other guys. Like, there's a chance Elias Pettersson would have to be dealt shortly just because that $20 million we cannot afford. But, I mean, what a run. This means we got to do 1 more year. No, it does not. It means the opposite, actually. This means we're done. That's what this means. This means mission accomplished. GG's and good nights. Turco, you want? Hey, this game is not over. Don't you be sandbagging. Vince Dunn, the Rocket. Want another goal. Oh, God. What this does mean is that people are going to be asking for fucking John, Tom, Dick, and Harry challenges, and that's going to be a nightmare. For real this time. And with feeling. The Peterborough Petes are champions. They actually did it. They actually won the damn thing. Unbelievable. They actually won the damn cup. With Owen Tippett and Mason McTavish having to be the sacrifices. But we'll take it. And that's with Nick Lardis just like not scoring at all. Vince Dunn wins the Conn Smythe. Remember when he was like an 82 overall and he looked cooked? And now he bounces back to like a 90 and wins the Conn Smythe? Like, goddamn. This has been a pretty wild run, if we're being honest. This has been very, very weird. But Elias Pettersson handshakes to retrieve the cup. Raising the cup at the Shark Tank like he's Sidney Crosby. That's right, I said it, Sharks fans, because I'm still mad though they blew it and didn't get Joe a cup. You mean to tell me I had to deal with seeing my favorite player as a kid get traded only for him to not win a cup? Let's have Elias Pettersson hand it off to Elias Pettersson. The Vancouver duo. The Vancouver duo of Elias Petterssons win the Stanley Cup for the Peterborough Petes. Ridiculous. I mean, we got to give Vince Dunn the cup next, right? Jesus. A meme expansion team won back-to-back within 7 years. 2 and 3 years, technically. And really, it was 1. I'm not counting that Dallas Stars resim because we didn't realize how fucked up the cap situation was. You can count it if you want to. I'm not counting that one, though. Who also gets the cup here? Now, shout out to Declan Chisholm. Shout out to Declan. We reacquired him, and he turned out to be pretty damn good for us. Shout out to Declan. I mean, Gamer Age, it took less than a decade. What, 8 years? 7? In the grand scheme of things, this actually didn't take that long. Which is good, because the longer this went, the more screwed we were once the real players phased out. But what was crazy about that is how some of those dudes, out of nowhere, just like skyrocketed in terms of like their rating, particularly like, what was it, Lucas Pettersson from the Ducks, just out of nowhere is like, yeah, dude, I'm the best, screw you. I just don't get that, but I'll take it. I'll take it. I mean, muted, we'll give it a shot whenever the hell we actually have a pay-per-view. I'll try to remember. So there it is. The roster to get it done. Nothing but Pete's, former Peterborough Pete's, and people from Peterborough. But they actually did it. With a hell of a lot of Swedes. That is legitimately insane that that team just won a Stanley Cup after losing in the finals in Game 7 2 years prior to Dallas. Wow. Jesus. That is, very, very shocking. Very shocking, to say the least. Vince Dunn wins the Conn Smythe. I mean, dude, Elias Pettersson carried us. Absolutely carried us. Matthews wins another Art Ross and a Hart. Fox wins a Norris. Calder did go to Peterson. Vince Dunn, of course, winning the Conn Smythe. Vezina to Jacob Fowler. Jack Adams to Adam Foote. That's right, Canucks fans. 2033. He's still going to be there. Matthews to Ted Lindsay and a Rocket Richard. AHL, any notable names left? Tyler Bertuzzi scored the most goals. Michael Benning was the top defenseman. Dennis Hill to be top goaltender. Fair enough. What a ridiculous run this was. And it's the perfect time to call it because we don't have much in the draft and we're going to have more salary cap issues. Again, Lardis is now going to be a UFA. He wants $17 million, and he's probably not worth it. Nick Robertson wants 14. Yeah, we're done. We're cooked. Nick Robertson wants a raise of almost 10 mil. We're done. GG's. The Peterborough Petes. Get it done, honestly, pretty much at the last time we really could have. Vince Dunn wants $12.3 million for 2 years. Oh my God. What does Paterka want? 8? Out of his mind. What is McGregor looking for? 4.2. Yeah, this was the right time to win. This was the right time to win because we were about to have to make a ton of tough decisions. The quality of this team was about to dip heavily. Take the money and run for the Peterborough Petes. I do want to take a look at our team record book here, which includes Nick Robertson having played the most games for us. Owen Tippett scored 414 goals for us. Pedersen led in assists and points, penalty minutes, and of course Kochetkov was our top goaltender. No real surprise there. And then from an NHL perspective, Ovi took the most games played. Goalie games ended up being Bobrovsky. And of course, Ovechkin for goals, but Matthews is going to catch him. He's already passed Gretzky, which is nuts. Absolutely nuts. Yeah, Matthews in this game is just still absolutely ridiculous, even if in real life he isn't quite what he used to be. The Peterborough Petes won the Stanley Cup.